Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Halloween for anybody who's celebrating that. Okay. So, timer's ready here. Good. Well, let's get back into this. We were able to get our base started yesterday. We just have to go through and start building all the supporting equipment, the farms, the defense turrets, stuff like that. We gotta work our way towards getting to level 10 so we can get to mid game. Oh. A little bit more awake today. Okay. Same thing to kind of load in here.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings. There we go. You got fuel. We have fuel we have to get. We gotta load up the currently in need of a ton of fuel being made here. The good thing is that I think we had some fuel started. Had a bunch of fuel being made over here. Move everything over here. Some fuel being made. Let's grab all this. Over to the base here. All we really have right now to our name is a speeder. Speeder and a base. This, that, this in here, that in here. And have it start making fuel. Grab you over here. Start with fuel. Have anything that we can turn into large constructor? We should probably get that sooner rather than let's do this in here. Yeah. You get the large constructor up. Water generators. You can put them into here. Now we're just holding back on turning on the base. Mostly because we don't have enough fuel to keep it running long enough, so what we're doing right now. Good thing is that our escape pod is fairly close. Unfortunately, these are just hills, really. They're not exactly mountains, but what we need to do is going to work with it. So I'm thinking probably over here is probably where we're going to be setting up shop permanently. So we got this base here, which will be out in front. It'll slowly turn into a forward base. And as we progress, we'll go further and further into there. Once I'm able to have the equipment, I'm probably going to open this up to where we can get hovercrafts in and out, especially the tank. How are we doing on? Need to turn it on and off quickly there, in hopes that the get the solar panels to do their thing here. Oh, nice. This real quick. Structure. Same spot as before. Closer here. All this into here. Well, food. Maybe going into the lots of things have to be made. Mainly this stuff. We need to get the nutrient solution made. That's another reason why we need the water production up and running here. Oh. I'll get that up and running. The other water constructor. That right here. We can stand in it. We're waiting for items. Ooh. All this out of here. Into the large constructor. Copy you off. Okay. I should probably get a cannon up. Like a cannon. So we have some sort of defense already. Oh, we have everything we need already in there. Okay. I just get to level 5. Currently, right now, we're at level 4, right? Yep. Food real quick. Very comfortable and satisfied. That's good. Drop off sprouts. And food. Thing of meat. Off here. Bolt rifle would be nice. Bolt rifle. Bolt rifle. Couple of projectile rounds. Oh, power. Power is needed. There's fuel coming. Oh. I have to go and deal with that now. Turn on main power.
Engaging.
Downside is that, well, all of the wood kind of in a weird spot. I'm gonna go for larger trees here. Take care right away. Yeah, the detector range is like huge. Huge detector range. Came back, do that. That working? That's our biggest obstacle right now. One with our fuel situation. Grab that. Oh, rock drill, please. Thank you. There we go. Bring it around here. Try not to destroy all the vegetable plants. I'm gonna need those. Turn off main power.
Acknowledged.
I have to sleep here soon. There we go. Okay. As soon as we, I do have plans on once we once we've made ourselves a almost a death claw. Look at over at your gun, right? You nearly got chewed to pieces by a death claw, huh? That would have been bad. Get some more containers. There we go. Stone dust. Yeah, I saw you were playing Fallout 4. Okay. I need to get the base up to 20% at least. But we're just kind of sticking to fuel production right now. Keep that fuel coming. Anytime. But yeah, as I was saying, what I do once we get the this setup, this first setup, what we're trying to test in hardcore. As soon as we can get this this setup made, then I'll go and make a hardcore early game to late game RV setup. So basically, it will be a collection of vehicles that will basically mean that we'll go with the rule set of you can never set down a static base. So none of this. We'll do something that's like the complete opposite of this, which is always constantly on the move. So what we'll do is we'll have a hovercraft that's like a small base, and then we'll make a medium base, and then a large base that's constantly moving. And I'll figure out that rule set. Make things interesting. And try and perfect some hovercraft bases. And then eventually move into like SV bases and then CV bases and basically nomad style, which would make things difficult, especially when we're going and taking on points of interest, because we'll be carrying everything with us. If anything just gets destroyed, it has to be replaced. Okay, let's get the night, get the daytime. They're all done. Nice. 47. Sweet. Perfect. Okay, we're up to 27. Now we can turn on the base. Base turned on. That's been unfortunately torn to pieces. Do off the canned food into there. Yeah, I've came across like 7 death claws in the last 2 hours in a very small area. I've been in back and forth. Yeah, I think I remember. I think I know the place you're talking about. I've run into them a couple of times. There, how much water? 1 there, 4 there. So per 1 fuel, it creates 4. So make another 8 water crates. We haven't been attacked yet. What we need to do is we need to make sure that our defense is up. Then we'll do the farm. Nearly had a heart attack. I slept in a sleeper bag to save and turn around. There was one in the parking garage with me around the corner. Oh god. Hopefully it wasn't a legendary one. Those things are pain. They're just walking pain. I've run into a couple of legendary ones. It's like so messed up when you see one too. It's just like, no! I'm about to die. In fact, there was a legendary one that I literally had to go back to my base. I had to go back to my base and get myself a power suit just to get past it. I think I remember I had to get a power suit. It was either that or I basically had to find a car to stand on top of and try to shoot it. Either that or I'm just remembering it incorrectly and I actually died. I don't know which. All I know is that those things, if unprepared, will slice you to pieces. Okay. Let's go get ourselves a bunch of stone. Oh, nice. Projectiles. Good. Had to clear it out of Vault 88. Luckily, I was able to build and kill it safe. In a safe, safe spot. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oxygen. We don't have an oxygen station, do we? Can't build an oxygen station. Okay, that's not enough. Ooh, docking pad. Oh, there it is. We haven't unlocked it. Unlock it then. Unlock, please. Thank you. Processor, don't care. Solar panels, yes. Sentry guns. We gotta get to level 5, then we can get the projectile turrets. In level 25, they still one-shot me in survival. Yes. And that's one of the things that makes Fallout such a good game, is that even if you're at max level, there is still stuff that can kill you. I never do want to be overpowered. I just want to be able to, when it comes to any game, I don't want to be overpowered. I want to be challenged. Helps me get better at the game. Keeps you on your feet. You know, keeps you on your toes. Okay. So you make crushed stone. Go and get some wood while we're out and about. No. I wanted to make sure that it didn't crush all the stone. I'm gonna need that for stone dust because I got a lot of structures that require concrete. There we go. Make stone dust for me. Okay. So we need to find rocks. Find giant rocks. We have enough fuel? Yeah, 8. 8's fine. Turn on main power.
Acknowledged.
Looking for giant stone rocks. That's what we need. God, the speeder is such a nice piece of equipment I made. This thing is so useful. Okay. Giant rocks. Giant rocks. We'll go and get wood while we're out and about too. First and foremost is giant rocks. Giant stones. Oh yeah. For those who are playing this game and happen to be looking for... I'm gonna put this on the... Yeah, publish it. Publish the speeder. Why not? There. Successfully uploaded workshop. Yay! That is a cool feature that they added to the game. Just press a button and boom, it just puts it onto the workshop for you. Nice. Ooh, iron deposit. Nice. Still not finding another rock. Oh, there's one. Looking for the largest ones. Oh, currently guarded. Almost like the game knows. Almost like the game knows what material I'm going after and it posts up a collection of nope. This is a cheap and fast means of transportation. Nice. Okay, there's a rock right there. Giant stone. Gimme, gimme. Also, I'm using the pretzel player today because I feel like playing some chill music. Usually I play, you know, my own playlist, but today I'm just going to play some relaxing, chill music. The middle of the week. Quite sure there's a lot of people who are kind of like the peak of the week. Because yesterday for me was just like high stress level for me. I was just like, ah. That really had nothing to do with the game either. Oh. This is actually a very nice location I've chosen as a base. There's a lot of biomes nearby. There's a large variety of biomes all over the place. And with the iron deposit pretty much on my doorstep, that's pretty good. Oh, not that. That. This rock right here. I should get both of these. There we go. There. You know, it'd be cool for them to have in this game trees that grow. I mean, the trees that you can plant and grow and become larger trees. And the longer you have it, the tree around, it grows even bigger. Because it would be nice to have like a wood farm, just make wood. They have plant fiber farms, but not a true wood farm. Yeah, that's good. This inside so we can produce that. One. That's 9. Hopefully we have enough. We should have enough. 15. Half of it, put it in here. Keep our base running. How are we doing on the fuel on here? Pretty good. That. Keep everything running. Put logs in here. Not working. That's fuel production. Okay. Working on the farm. Not the medium farm, small farm. There we go. Factory. Okay, we need stone dust. 8 stone dust. 2 wood planks, and then we're working on the grow plots. There we go. Get wood planks. Now and then we'll start searching for wheat. We're gonna need the wheat to wheat with. We also got a good RNG for berries. We got tons of berries around, which is pretty sweet. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to go straight into vegetable farming. There's a bunch of vegetables nearby. Hi, jerks. Apparently some of them attack, some don't. Weird. Reload. Nope. Oh, there we go. Probably mark my home. Oh, hey. Do this real quick. High protein. Now run low. Don't. I wish not to die. Starvation again. Pretty horrible last time. Okay, so we need to make a... In no particular... Well, in a particular order, we have to make a wheat farm, we have to make a vegetable farm, and then we have to make a spice farm. That's what we have to do. Away. Away. Oh, 9 right there. Good. There we go. 1 craft of wood. There we go. And then what we need to do is create kitchen solution. 9 of these. And we'll have everything that we need. All we're missing is the 9 grow plots. They're in good shape. And then we'll have the and we'll have plastic. Plastic production. And food production. Grab all this. This here. Probably just like half of it. Or double producing. You off. Boo, 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 boo. Those are producing. Down to here. Or 8 right here. I think we're good on water for a while. Make an oxygen station. Probably gonna put it on the outside this time. Lots. Nice. Put that into here. Production. Instantaneous. On it in. I'll probably put these things out here. A good spot. Because we want these to be close enough to where our medium base is going to be also. Oh, yeah, right. Gotta do this. Gotta make sure we're lined up. Done. This. Right here. Perfect. Nice. Our very first farm. We need to go and get wheat. Wheat production going. Quick. Oh, brown drill. So we can actually get in here. Go. Another reason why we need fuel production. We need to get that up to we need to get that up to 20%. There. Yeah, worked on here. You. Nope. Since we don't have much in here, fine. Then what we'll do is once we get another farm, we'll place it right next door to it. Producing. Slowly producing. I can have one on me. Turn off main power.
As you wish.
There. That fuel coming. Try and keep the farm running. %, that's good. Okay. Now there should be wheat around here somewhere. Turn on main power.
Acknowledged.
Usually next to the wire's edge. Oh, there's one. Need 4 of these things. One. Grab it here. There's 3. Not that. Or that. Or that. Or that. This. There's 4. Back. This thing doesn't turn very well, mostly because of the fact that it doesn't have true RCS on it. It's got the smallest hover engines that you can get. Drop, drop, drop. Or wheat. Put that here. Or wheat. Okay. Well, that's working. Make sure we don't run out of food. There we go. Good on that front. Wheat production started. Once we get the plastic, then we can make a bed inside the base, and then we can stop using the tent. Before it gets too dark, I'm going to go and grab some more wood so we can keep fuel production going. Come on. Okay. Caught it while it's in the air. Around. Back to the base. Turn off main power.
Affirmative.
There. Keep that going. Seconds until you go to sleep. Well, the good thing is that we got a better view than our last hardcore playthrough. And we're at somewhat flatter ground here. Take more water. Grab this and that. And you. Ooh. Herbal leaves and plant protein. Oh. Boop, boop, boo, doo, boo, doo, doo. Okay, gotta get the next thing lined up, which is gonna be the cannon. Black. Could make a sentry gun, but it's not gonna do us any good. Probably should just delete that. Unless I can make it to where it's a little bit more useful. It's like, oh, O2 station, good. I'll get to level 5 though. In here, we could put it probably on the side of the building. Put it at the side of the building, why not? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Save room in the inside of here. Other things. Okay, got an O2 station now. Okay. Nighttime, sleep. There we go. 50, nice. 50, nice. We have a lot of fuel now. Yeah. Let's check on our farm heal real quick. Yeah, it's growing. Good. We need to get that. We need to get it filled up. 9x9 plot. Real quick. 3%. There. I get up to 50%. Turn on main power.
Affirmative.
I go around. I'm just gonna find wheat by itself, and then I turn it into plastic so we can get a proper bed in our base. Also give us an opportunity to gain some XP while we do this. All we really need to do is just get to level 5 and then we can post up a cannon. Defend our base from drones here. Grab you, grab you, grab you. Gotcha. Got a couple things in the face. Kind of herbal leaves around our house here. Kinda nice. Okay. Turn off main power.
Confirmed.
There we go. And we're gonna do this. Drop you off. There. Get low on food here. You. 3. On. Remainder down there. Nice.
You are most welcome.
Not you, Verity. Make a bunch of plastic so I can make a couple of. I can make the anti-radiation again. Make a bed and a shower, a bed, and water storage. Because I've got a feeling that we're going to probably have a ton of water available to us. How's our cats doing? We have 64%. How many bullets do we have? 15. Pretty good on the fuel front. Where'd they go? Boo-doo, 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 boo-doo. Waka, 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 waka. Okay. Oh, there he is. Where we went. Go, bro. I hear you like bullets. You don't? Well, that's gonna change. Okay, how's our 33%? Okay. Gotta find more of those things. Turn on main power.
Executing now.
We can't seem to get a lot of steak from them, so. That works. Pick up, pick up. Two up. Load. Find more of those things. Because damn it, I'm gonna use this shotgun as a actual weapon. Gotcha. It'll also give us a bunch of meat for food. Okay. Looking. There's some right here. Oh god. Found. Okay. Yes, they hit hard. Boy, did they hit hard. Yeah, I just went down to 320 from 500. One hit. One hit. Look at that stuff. You better not have damaged my speeder. Jerk. Off. Up the heat off. These. That well fed. How far away from 90%? Okay. Probably a couple more shotgun blasts to the head. Should be good. Or a couple of protein. Or a couple of these. Plant proteins. No, either or. Yep. 36 degrees right here. Holy crap. Holy moly. Doing 95. Yes. Looking around for things to shoot in their stupid face. There we go, level 5. Good. Can make the cannons now. Probably gonna put it up on that hill over there. Turn off main power.
Accepted.
That. Top you off, you off, you off. Okay. Plastic. Plastic. Okay. Ration. So we need one of you. One of you. Two. Bed started here. Same spot as before. Tech equipment is the ones that allows me to drop the water containers. There it is. Probably do water storage and then fuel storage. Or power storage, as it were. We could put all the fuel. There. That's where the overflow for water will go. And we'll have power storage outside. Power storage. So when we get to a point where we have more fuel than we know what to do with. That's what that will be for. Okay. Fibers. Fuel. Refuel. Okay, let's see here. First, do base, hold air blocks for process armor locker. You need to unlock that. Projectile turrets. Oh. Blueprints. And turret. Factory. Okay, 56 iron ingots. And copper. Cool. Cannon. Cannon in. Hi, Armor. Hey, Elkatone. How's it going? How you doing? Okay. Let's post it up here. Ink. There we go. Cannon turret. Here. Power on. Cannon's up and running. Just need bullets for it. Not fall over and hurt ourselves here. Boo doo doo. Okay. Eat that. Get some health regen. Comfortable and satisfied. Yay. Okay, cannons. Make 5 of those. Good on that. Yeah, get some gold somewhere. Make the EVA boost. I put gold. Maybe that was a different save. That's probably a save. Yeah, I'm guessing it was probably a different save. Well. Nice. I think that's a good enough amount of bullets for a while. I don't know exactly where the drones are going to be coming from, so I'm posting this up because we're going to be heading in that direction anyway. Learn armor. I learned the oh, you mean the actual armor? Okay. This real quick. Load. That's under weapons. Lock. Like
Declined.
a Verity. Okay. Cannons loaded up, ready to fire when it needs to. Okay, let's go over to here. Let's see here. Need an armor locker. And we need armor. I would like a sniper rifle too. Eventually. Okay. Now we just need to, what we need to next do is we need to start going towards level 10 here. Armor locker. And we need to find gold. We might have some good... We might have some opportunities over here. There might be gold in here. Because there's the gold grass, that gold flower. And that seems to be the highest chance of finding gold. Is in this... These, like, golden grass areas. That seems to be where they seem to pop up a lot in those areas. There we go. There we go. We're good. We'll find gold if we can, so we can make the EVA. Turn on main power.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Need the EVA module so we don't have to worry about getting cold. Well, not have to worry about getting cold as much. We'll still get cold. Map. Might be some around in here. Gold grass over here. Nope. Nope and nada. Therein lies our biggest hurdle right now. Is trying to find gold. There's like this gold clover kind of stuff that I'm looking for while I'm looking around. That's usually where I've found it. I found like little nuggets of gold. Nighttime golem hunting? Oh, where do the golems end up? I've never actually seen a golem on these. I've never seen a golem on a starting planet. Desert? Oh, okay. So I just have to wait for nighttime. Or take a very long trip out to the other side of the planet. That's gonna take a while. Gonna have to wait. Or be lucky enough to find one. Maybe. Maybe. Looking around, looking around. Yeah, we've got a huge variety. Oh, there's those flowers. There's the flowers I was talking about. These things seem to have... Any gold that I've ever found has been amongst this stuff. Nope. Do. Nope. Too bad we can't have like gold deposits. Either that or they're just so they do have that in the game, it's just they're so rare. Okay, slowly starting to get to nighttime. Have to hang out in the desert here. Wait for them to start spawning and showing up. Hopefully I can kill them. Because really all I have right now is a shotgun. Don't exactly have any vehicles that can shoot right now. I mean, technically, I guess I could put a small chain gun on this thing, but may I have to. Oh god. That's weird. Came to a stop for some reason. Yeah, I don't need the EVA, but, you know, it's nice to have it. It really is. Always nice to have that thing already on you, so that when you get into an you know, as soon as you get a space-worthy SV, you can just immediately go to space, rather than having to go and track down gold. Okay, see here, or vessel, Gatling gun, lock that thing, I guess. Anything? Detector, or I have something with a detector on it. Spotlights. Yeah. Multi-boost? Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have... Let me just check before I... Yeah, we don't have... We can't make that boost. We have to find that. In order to get multi-boost, I have to find it. I can't make it. Here. I need an ammo box. Unlock ammo box right now? I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Yeah. Yeah, so if we're going to be taking on these things, I want to have this available to me. It's going to make this small little hovercraft extremely front heavy, depending on where we put it. Nope. Put this somewhere where it's not going to throw off the weight. Need bullets for it. Whoa. What the? Stop shooting my cannon! Stop! Cannon, stop! Cannon, stop! Devices, cannon, shut off. Friggin' it. Shooting my own base. Freaking hell. It's trying to the cannon's trying to shoot the predator. The predator. It's hit my own base. God. Swear to God, cannon. They need to... Nah, that was my fault. I should have realized that it's already set to hit everything. Let's fix our base here. Box. If we have it to... let's just use... concrete block. How are these considered predators? They never predator. They don't do predator things. They just kind of sit around, do nothing. That's something that confuses the heck out of me about some of the classifications of the aliens. These things don't predator. They just kind of hang out. They do nothing. Rarely do these things attack me unless I attack them. Yeah. Fixed. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it in the center of the vehicle here. $15mm. Grab a couple of these. Eat that. Eggs. Oh, I hit it by... I hit it by accident. You know, I didn't even think. I did not think. I'm just so used to, oh, it's nighttime. Sleeping should be happening right now. Guys. I have moments of autopilot. I go straight to autopilot. Because my mind is all like, nighttime's bad. That's when the predators come out. Nighttime's bad. We got Gatling gun on this thing. And of course it's back heavy. You can see it angling up. Yeah, because of that on the back. Where the heck am I gonna put you? I can't move it because I don't have a multi-tool right now. Can I unlock multi-tool? No, I've only got 1 point. So multi-tool is not an option. So we're kind of stuck with that configuration for now. I was hoping that the gun was gonna be is gonna weigh more, so that I'd point it down, but nighttime because party time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so right now we are waiting. We need to get to level 10 so that we can start paying everything else. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna run around. Probably run around in the speeder. With the lumberjack. Now that our cannon is set correctly, it's hopefully not going to destroy my base because it's trying to shoot a tiny little green annoying creature at my front door. Oh yeah, let's check the farm. There we go. Wait. 8 grain. That's enough for 2 more seeds. Well, 2 more productions of seeds. That'll get us up to 6 plants. There we go. Armor stand, which I can't tear down yet. Yeah, I need to get fuel too. Okay, no sleeping. No sleeping. No sleeping. We are not sleeping. Because if I don't tell myself no sleeping, I will sleep. I will do it automatically, without even thinking about it. Looking for those big annoying dudes. We have the mobility to take them on. So let's go find one. There's one. There we go. Find another. Find another one of the big and uglies. I should have knew what the bones were for. There's a bunch of bones that are just kind of hanging out around the place. Okay, there's another. Need to keep this thing angled down as much as we can. Another. Okay, so now that we have this set up now, I don't think we need the, I think the bunkers are kind of just going to go at the waist side, I guess. I can't get you because of that spitter right there. Right. Looking around, trying to find something to shoot in the face. Yeah, it'd be nice if they... what would also be really nice is having like a mini cannon. Or a mini railgun for an HV. Granted, a railgun would probably require a much higher level to unlock. Wait. Nope. That was gold. It wasn't. Looking. Not anywhere around here. I don't see anything. Oh, there's one. Gotcha. This is also a good collection. This is good for collecting food. So we're gonna have enough meat to last us a while. We're just kind of grinding out XP, getting ourselves food. Pause it. We got a giant, got a giant desert on our front door. There we go. Probably gonna need to make more bullets. Leaving that one behind because it's surrounded by spitters. Woo! Oh, oh, no flipping. That's not happening. For another. How long until we get to... Nope. That ways. Long way, still 6. I probably should go and gather up the materials and make another farm. So we have a vegetable farm up and running. Probably go and do that. XP. Gimme. Yeah, let's drop off what we have for food. Not in there. Hey, look, wheat. Drop. Okay. 3 more and we'll have that completely covered. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's go and make some 9 nutrient solution. That way we can get that started. Make a vegetable farm. That way we can burn some time and get to nighttime and not sleep. Don't sleep. They're not sleeping right now. We're wearing armor, therefore we can be out at night and not have to worry about getting hypothermia. There are certain places we will get hypothermia, but not with a basic light armor. Remember, do not forget. What are you doing on my front porch? You can't damage this target with that weapon. Really? Make more bullets. Mega more bullets. Yeah, let's make a bake too. Okay, we got those. Lots. I knew how much health I had. Oh, it's good. Let's see. Guaranteed I probably damaged it myself. Okay. Doing something. Oh yeah, this. 79. Grab a few planks. Another farm. Make another small farm. Nope. Copper ingots. Okay, we need 240. Looks quite crude. What? My base? Supposed to be. The starter base. Supposed to be crude. All the cool stuff doesn't come until later on. Pretty much I'm giving myself the rule set of a special of hardcore. So essentially if I die, I delete all the progress I've made. Meant the parts of the base? Yeah. They're pretty crude. But yeah, I've given the rules of this playthrough is I can only use blueprints that I've already made myself. I'm allowed to adapt them, but I'm not allowed to change them dramatically. So I'm not allowed to, break this entire thing down and build it back up again. So I'm also not allowed to make anything from scratch. I can't make myself I can't drop a starter block and build something from scratch. So only blueprints I've made. So all this stuff. I'm allowed to change a couple of blocks, but not the entire thing. And also, pretty much I've built these things in such a fashion to where there's a certain degree of progression. Also, I'm going to be primarily sticking to a ground base, so no space stations, and pretty much I'm not allowing myself to go to to a CV until around level 20. And I'm also not allowing myself to get an SV until around level 10. Mostly so that I can try and get better at surviving on the surface of a planet. So dealing with drone attacks, dealing with the wildlife, because that seems to be my biggest hang-up this game. I'm forcing myself to play the game differently. Because I've already done the whole playthrough of rush, get all the components, rush towards an SV, go to space, make a space station, live up there pretty much without worrying about getting attacked by wildlife or drones, and then just gather all my stuff up there and make a whole bunch of big vehicles. And I've already done that. Looks very similar to Space Engineers. Yeah, it's a game that's in early access. It's not even out of alpha right now. And pretty much it is kind of like Space Engineers, but it's more geared towards survival. So things like hypothermia, heat stroke, poisons, broken ribs, broken legs, bleeding, infections, parasites, stuff like that. So keeping yourself healthy, not drowning, stuff like that. Dealing with planets with no oxygen environments, planets that have high radiation, high temperatures, low temperatures. So there's ice planets and snow planets and magma planets and planets with huge amounts of radiation, planets that have high alien presence. So there's a lot of points of interest. There's ground patrols that have weapons that shoot at you. So it's not a casual game. No, it's not. No. This game can get easily out of control. Right now, I'm just kind of hanging out in the starter area. So I haven't even checked out the entire planet yet. But eventually I will start checking out the north and south poles, start finding, checking out the other side of the planet. But then there's also the planet you start on, but there's also other planets too. It looks nice though. Yeah, it's a game that's got a lot of potential to it. But then you have other planets you can warp to, because there's a warping mechanic in the game, which I haven't even seen yet. There's also asteroid fields, asteroid belts. There's space stations that just kind of float out in space, both around planets and by themselves. How the coders? The game is built in Unity, so currently right now the game isn't perfectly optimized quite yet, but that comes in time. That's once they get into beta, then the optimization will get a lot better. Got that. Okay, we need 30 copper ingots. Are they active? Yes. The developers are very active with the game. Recently, they came out with a hot fix for some issues that happened due to the Unity update. They updated the engine, and they wanted to make sure that it took them a while to try and make sure that the game wouldn't completely break when they did that. So they did some extra testing. They're supposed to be coming out with 8.9 here soon. I'm not quite sure how soon, but they do say soon. They constantly are tweeting about their progress on their Twitter, about the progress that they're making. They're going to be adding a little bit of RPG elements to the game. And when I mean RPG elements, beyond just, XP. They're going to be making it to where It was the song, not the gun. It was the song. They plan on adding levels to all the creatures in the game. So there'll be a little number right next to their health bar telling you how much what its level is compared to yours. So if you're like a level 5, you can run across a level 7 creature. So you have a good idea of like how much this thing is going to wreck your face. They're also the community is helping develop points of interest for the game. They're actually taking bases that some people make on the workshop, and they're adjusting them to be points of interest that can end up in the game. Yeah, lastly, they're probably going to add a story. They kind of have a story to this game, but it's kind of more of like, go here, destroy this. It's a very simple story mechanic that they have right now. So, stone dust. I need stone dust. Nothing too crazy, but it's improving the story at least. So we need 180 silicon. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to go and get more. We're gonna have to go mining. And then iron, 140. We don't have enough iron for that. We need to go and take care of that now. The game does have terraforming in it, so going out and terraforming the world, you're allowed to do. But beyond space engineers having just like bases in space and large capital ships, you have the ability to make this, which is a small hovercraft, large hovercrafts, SVs, which are small space vehicles, much like a jet, much like a space fighter, and then you have large capital ships. This thing is just meant to be kind of like a scout ship, move fast kind of a deal. It's only meant to transport, but I've kind of adapted it a little bit beyond that. You can also turn HVs into mining vehicles. You can turn CVs, capital ships, into mining vehicles too. It's not as crazy as Space Engineers, where you have to maintain a crazy atmosphere. You know, or like Stationeers, where you have to have the correct oxygen-hydrogen mixture. So it's not as hardcore as Stationeers when it comes to the realism. But again, this is meant to be more of a survival game than supposed to be like a true survival sandbox rather than Minecraft, trying to be in the survival category, but it's not exactly survival. I'm used to survival games like The Long Dark, if you've ever played that game. The Long Dark is a hardcore survival experience, which in December, they're supposed to come out with episode 3, and I'll be playing that in December, whenever they get that released. Play it long enough just to get through the episode. Take a trip down memory lane. Are the ship parts, is it complicated? If you get the flow right. No, it's not as complicated as Space Engineers. Really, it's like the how all the equipment works is as long as they're touching the vehicle, they work. You just kind of slap stuff onto the side of the blocks and they just work. You just have to have the right equipment onto the vehicle for it to function. Like, you need a fuel tank You need a power source. You need thrusters in all 6 directions. If it's a up, down, left, right, forward, back for space-faring vehicles. And if it's a hovercraft, you only need hover engines, which just keep you off the ground, and then forward, back, left, right. That's it. And it doesn't really matter where you put them to. Unless it's a hovercraft. If it's a hovercraft, you have to worry about balancing issues, because if you have too much weight on one side, it'll lean to one side, stuff like that. Same with forward, back, left, right, yeah. Currently right now with the game where it is, the meta right now is a lot of people are just making giant capital ships as I like to call them, giant RVs, where you have all of your stuff inside your capital ship and you just kind of roam around with a bunch of guns lining the outside of it. Or they make giant surface bases, which are just one giant base. I'm trying to make a bunch of like separate pieces, which encompass a base. So it's like a bunch of smaller bases kind of around each other. Because in this game, there's a center core in the middle of your vehicle that, if that core is destroyed, the entire thing just shuts off. This gives me a little bit more control over what gets attacked and how much fuel is being spent. Just like Subnautica, everyone just lived in a giant sub. Exactly, yeah. I've already done the giant RV, and I've also done the giant space station base, so I'm purposely trying to do something different to see if it's even viable. And so far it's working out pretty nicely, because it allows me to test out the designs and then fix them if they're not working out. Like for instance, once I get this format of bases and vehicles and all that kind of stuff figured out, then I'll start designing some hovercrafts that are more of like mobile bases. Like I'll make a small hovercraft where it's a mobile base, and where we kind of play Nomad style for a little bit. But then I have to design like a level 3 hovercraft that is that's a small base, and then make a level 10 hovercraft that's a medium base, and so on and so forth. That's pretty easy on some fronts, but also much more difficult in other fronts. Because, at least in a hardcore environment, if you die, you lose everything anyway, so it's not a big deal. But in a regular single player game, that's kind of bad, because if you die and your vehicle gets destroyed and it's all in one spot, then when you go and spawn in, you have to go and get all your stuff back, or you lose it all, and you're back at square one. Let's see, how much? 230? Get a little bit more. Get up to 250 and then we'll get back. Yeah, it's about to be nighttime here soon. I'm getting kind of hungry. Okay, let's head out of here. Go over here. Don't sleep. Thank you. Thank you. Don't sleep. No sleeping. You're not sleeping. Can you make it more efficient by adding... Yes. There's a maximum number of attachments that you could put on for certain, like drill heads, guns, turrets, stuff like that. There's a limit to how many you can put on board, 1 HV. And right now, the maximum amount is 6. There's 6 drill heads that you can put onto an HV. The drawbacks when it comes to mining vehicles, which I've recently discovered, is that bigger doesn't necessarily mean better in this game, especially with mining vehicles. You can get away with just having 4 drill heads. You can do 4 drill heads. It'll allow you to be able to drill pretty fast, but also drill at a but also be small enough to where you can rotate inside of the tunnels, because that's the biggest problem, is that if you make the thing too big, it makes it really difficult to rotate and turn inside of the tunnel. So it's kind of a trade-off. Either build something big enough to where you can take out a deposit of 1 drill, which you'd have to be really good at trying to angle this thing up and hit the center of it so that you get the majority of it, or have a small mining HV hover vessel that can go in, get to the center of it, and then just drill out all around it, and then come back out. So it's like speed versus efficiency. Also, I need to get bullets. Because I'm running low on chain gun ammo. Another cool thing about this game is that all the planets rotate, even the moons. So all the celestial bodies rotate. And if I were to go up here, go into space, and then wait a while and then come back down, the location will be different. And also when you're outside of the planet, if you're looking down, it shows the map of the entire planet, and it will allow you to, you can kind of pick and choose. If you know where your base is located, you can go straight to it from orbit. It's pretty sweet. There we go. And there. Okay, now we're going to the desert here. First person's good. Go try and find these golems. Try and get ourselves an EVA module for our suit. Considered nighttime, so yeah, we're considered in sand, so the golems should be spawning anytime soon here, not the spitters. Don't want to aggro them because they will actually cause quite a bit of damage. It'll cause they'll cause a lot of damage to our HV. This thing isn't exactly built like a tank. we do have tanks. Those require like around level 10 to spawn in. We also have to have enough iron in order to get those things built anyway. Okay, golems. Okay. Not seeing it anywhere. Enough time has gone by. I think we can go back to the larger sandy area. Hopefully RNG is with us. So that's the herbivores running around. What we're looking for is literally a golem. It's living stone walking around. That's what we're looking for right now. Okay, nighttime's coming over here, so that's good. I'm getting low on food. I should probably get back. And then we'll come back out here. Hopefully that gives enough time for all that stuff to spawn. Yeah, we gotta keep we have to keep an eye on our food. We don't, we'll die from starvation again. That would be horrible. There we go. And we'll eat this too. Now it gets to near 100%. There we go. Now, eventually, once the game gets out of alpha and gets into beta, there's a couple of things I want to be able to do with the game. One is I want to start a server, mostly so that I can play with you guys and also be able to have like a giant city where new players can end up when they first spawn in and give them kind of like a head start. And also I want to be able to see if I can... I can't do it myself, but I would really like to be able to kind of get a bunch of mods together and make the game a little bit more hardcore survival. More than it already is. Unless they, by default, make it hardcore, then let's go. It's not looking like these golems are wanting to spawn in right now. But the name of the game for me is, when it comes to this game, is small and efficient. So being able to do the most with the least amount of materials. Probably pretty much my design philosophy, because I've gone with larger builds, but the larger your build, the more fuel is required to run the thing. So I'm kind of going with a bunch of smaller vehicles that require less fuel but can do more. What the heck? Come on now. Not finding any golems right now. May have to go further away. from my base here. Supposed to be in the sands. This is a desert. Does it have to be like 100% nighttime, or am I just way too close to this, the starting biome? That's it. Maybe I have to go further away. Well, good thing we have the speeder, because we can go further away. Kind of going back and forth, hoping that by going far enough away, the game will just spawn one in. I'm also trying to allow the sunset to continue. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. We also have to be careful that we don't run into a colony, because that will just destroy us in one shot. Heck, most points of interest will kill us in one shot. We're flying around currently kind of flying around in a vehicle that has no protection. Okay, here's another desert. Some description. Yeah, once we get to I think it's around level. As soon as we get to level close to level 10, we'll start getting weather. The weather will start kicking in, and that's when things start to get interesting. Yeah, another reason why I want to get the EVA module, because as soon as we start getting radiation storms, then we start having the problem of trying to keep ourselves from dying to radiation poisoning. Man, our RNG is bad. On a single golem. Such bad RNG right now. That sucks. Come on, golem. Show your face. Another iron deposit. It's always good to see. Not gonna run out of iron anytime soon. Good. Medium one too. You are something. Yeah, it's down here. You can see the glow. The textures. What kind of nope are you? Gotta approach it with extreme caution here, because if it has turrets on it, it could one-shot us. That would be horrible. The water. Got a nice mountain here. Would have seen that earlier. But we're kind of rooted down right now. What are you? We use the hill as kind of cover here. Alien tower, okay. In the alien tower. Nothing to worry, nothing to see here. Just an alien tower. Those are usually not defended. Well, they don't have turrets on them. Yeah, RNG does not look good. Does not look good at all. And a bunch of lag right here. Yeah, it's not looking good. Does not look good for our heroes. Yeah. I do believe unless one of two things. Our RNG is either really, really bad, or they've changed where the golems show up. Either or. Either they no longer show up in deserts, or our RNG is horrible. That's really our two options. And both are viable options right now. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing. Doesn't seem to be any golems. Because they have had a couple of updates lately, so may have changed some things around. Which I wouldn't put it past the developer. They probably like changed a couple of values and made it to where golems like spawn extremely rare on the starter planet. Or they made it to where the golems spawn somewhere completely different. Like maybe the mountains or something like that. Let's go up this way. I'm gonna see if it's up near the poles. Oh, damn. Let's do that. Go up this way where the poles are. Take a quick look-see here. Temperature's gonna drop dramatically, but no, don't get stuck on things. It will get pretty cold. I think it's probably there might be some up at the poles. Getting down to 3 degrees. There's the pole. Stay here a little bit, but we're gonna have to get back out of here so we don't freeze to death. There's the ooze. I remember seeing golems up here. Up at the poles. Wonder why I'm not getting frostbitten quite yet. That's the frozen ooze. Okay, we can't go too deep into -8. What's that? Okay. Just protein. Man, our RNG is bad. I can already tell. Yeah, I think they probably... if I were to guess, they probably changed where they show up. Yeah, they probably messed around with things. That's unfortunate. I guess we're gonna just have to be lucky enough to come across gold, or head to space and hopefully have a space station up there where we can buy some gold. Get the credits for that. Yeah, make one last trip through the desert and cross our fingers. We will find one. It's still dark out. Yeah, it's not looking good at all. They make a very unique sound. Your RNG is terrible. Yeah, that's our RNG is very, very terrible. That is definitely true. We haven't come across a single one. Pause it. Yeah, we've pretty much been out here the entire night. Haven't found a single one. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yourselves back. Turn off main power. Turn off main power.
Yes, sir.
Yeesh. Oh, painful like that, huh? Okay, let's see here. So, do this. Save ourselves some power. Okay, how are we doing on fuel? 24. Doing okay on fuel. Also, I'm gonna eat. He's fine. Check the wheat farm. Once that iron's done, then we'll be able to make ourselves once we get the wheat farm, then we'll be able to make ourselves once we get the iron made, we can make ourselves a vegetable farm. Thank you. Oh my god. Head. Complete a thought. Okay. How are we doing? 90. Wait until the amount of iron we need gets dropped right here. Like 240. Because the sunlight's over here. It's about to be daytime here soon. Yeah. Well, we'll give it another shot the next night, I guess. Maybe. We need to really start shooting things. Regardless, we need to start shooting things. We need to get... We need XP. We need a lot of it. If I could find those humanoids, we can start shooting the humanoids, and that will give us like about 750 per. 750 per dude. Do you have any water being gathered right now? Oh, good. 8 water crates. I think we have more than enough water right now. 12. That should last us a while. Not enough to warrant using the water container right there. Okay, one more craft. There we go. And we'll drop here. There we go. Okay. Small farm. There we go. Farm number 2. This is farm number 2. This is where all of our vegetables are going to be worked on. Here, this is semi-flat here. There. Farm number 2. That's a vegetable farm. And before a golem comes walking up to our house, that would be hilarious. It's like, hi, I heard you were looking for me. This. Eat. Make a burger, please. We're making progress, we are, but really right now we need to kind of take a step back from trying to find a golem and start actually shooting some stuff. We need to grind out XP. We need a ton of XP. And if we don't take care of that soon, we're going to be in a pretty we're going to be kind of in a plateau if we don't. We kind of are in a plateau right now, so. Turn that off. Yeah, daytime's coming. Turn on main power.
As you wish.
Okay, so we're gonna head out. We're gonna find ourselves those giant teeth and claw things. Maybe a couple of spiders. Spiders are gonna be difficult to hit though. At least with this vehicle. Because we have to angle down. There's one. These guys only dropped 460 XP, but you can find the humanoids. Those guys will drop like 750 XP. But there's no real good way of predicting where they're going to show up. That's the problem with them. Because sometimes they'll, show up right next to your base. Other times they'll just be roaming around in the woods. No guarantee. But they're the dudes I wanna see, because they travel in groups of 4 to 5, and they're worth a lot of XP. I'll grab some fuel, some wood for fuel while we're out here. Okay. Oh, wrong one. This one. That's the assault rifle. I still think this is like the weirdest game mechanic ever. In America, we don't use chainsaws or axes, we use bullets. That's what it feels like. Bird. Okay. Anyone? Anywhere? Seeing anything? Ah. There we go. We're looking for dude. Looking for dudes. There's usually one around here. Usually when you have those teeth and claw creatures, you see him in one spot, he's gonna keep on spawning in that same spot. Over here. Wait, how much are the... There's the raptors over here. $171. Not worth it. $171 per kill on the velociraptors. That's not worth at all. Dig a hole where he spawns as you kill him, so he stays in a hole. I just don't know if he stays in the same spot. Maybe I'm not quite sure if it's like exactly where I see him, or because for all I know, he probably was moving for a little while and he won't even drop into it. Because he does move a little bit. He just kind of like starts walking in a direction. Oh. There we go. But yeah, we'll probably try to do that here eventually. And if we see one that's in the same spot every single time, we'll see if we can like get him to be stuck in a hole. Oh god! Oh no! He can actually cause damage to my vehicle. There. There. The other one. There. Vehicle come to a complete stop. Eventually here we want to move into assaulting our first point of interest, but we need to find one that's not going to immediately destroy us. Because the minigun dudes, they reward somewhere around 1200 XP. Quite a bit. Got it over here. This one over here, maybe. Nope. Nope. Nope, nada, 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 nada. Oh, hi there. Nice meeting you here. Apparently he gets stunned when you hit him in the face. That's good to know. Velociraptor, nope. Yeah, I hope that they replace the Velociraptors with something a little bit more alien rather than dinosaur. It's kind of like the weirdest thing about this game is that they have dinosaurs in the game. Granted, most of them are placeholders. I don't know how many of them are going to actually survive till beta, though. Hopefully none of them. Because if you're on an alien planet, the last thing you want to see is something familiar, like a dinosaur. They got rid of the Triceratops recently. There was a Triceratops that would roam around. Iron deposit. See you there. Yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out, Alcatone. You have a good day. Yeah. Yay. Yay, RNG. Woo! RNG likes to screw around with me, obviously. Trying to find ourselves enough XP to try and get ourselves into mid-game here. But yeah, if our RNG is bad today, hopefully tomorrow it will be a lot better. Because obviously we're supposed to be having some... We're supposed to start getting harder and harder creatures that are going to be spawning in. We're supposed to get more spiders. We're supposed to get more of the humanoids kind of roaming around. Because it's level locked. So as soon as you get to a particular level, they start throwing more and more stuff at you. And apparently we haven't hit a threshold yet. We have not hit a threshold. So maybe probably by level 6. But if we can get to level 6, we should be fine. Gotta keep an eye on my food here. The nose of my hovercraft likes to get caught on things. That is unfortunate. Oh, there's one. Got him. We're good. More food. Should probably head back and make sure that stuff doesn't spoil. Hopefully we'll find something along the way. You're also going to have to do a little bit more mining just to make sure that we have the iron, silicon, copper, and all that kind of stuff available, so that when we do get into the mid game, we can immediately make ourselves the our first space vehicle. Which is going to be a combination of plastic and all that kind of stuff. On top of the level requirement. Also Saturday, I'm thinking probably Saturday is going to be another, we'll do creative again. So we'll start working on like end game bases and structures and stuff like that. Because that's what we did last Saturday, and it worked out pretty good. Turn off main power.
Affirmative.
They seem to be hanging out by my turret now that I've turned it off to where it doesn't shoot them. Yeah. Go down to here. That. There we go, that now. Here. Actually, let's just do this. Turn it all into fiber first, and then we'll. Because we need fuel. We need the fuel to be able to load up into that over there. Into our second farm. Needs to be vegetables. We'll have a vegetable farm and a wheat farm, which will allow us to be able to make burgers on demand. Then we have to make another farm, which is going to be spice, so that we can make the dino stew. which is one of the best healing items when it comes to food right now in the game. Check up in here. Okay, still growing. Okay, let's see here. Check our levels. Okay, we're nearly level 6. So if we kill a couple of more things, I didn't want that. Thank you. Turn on main power.
Engaged.
I'm trying to train my voice to say it clearly every single time so I'm not repeating myself. Because really right now, me repeating myself is not the voice commands problem, it's mine. That's my problem. Yeah, I'm gonna get to level 6 and that should start unleashing bigger dudes. Hopefully we start seeing the humanoids. That would be great. And nothing has respawned yet. Hey Luppy, how's it going? How you doing? Okay. I'm fine. And yourself? I'm doing pretty good. Currently trying to play this game through in hardcore. There's no hardcore mode in this game though, but I'm trying to challenge myself a little bit. I'm also trying to use this opportunity to test out designs that hopefully will smooth the progression a little bit. Because pretty much I've kind of given myself a rule set to follow to make the game a little bit more interesting for myself and a little bit more challenging. How do you spawn a template? You mean a blueprint? You go into here, you pick the design you want. Cancel. You pick the design you want, and then you go to factory. So let's say I want to make the medium farm. Factory, and then it'll bring it over into here. Then what you do is you drop ingots, exactly what it wants. So iron ingots, stone, dust, silicon, blah, blah, blah. And then once you're done, then you hit start production. Once it's started production, if it's instant, if you have this game rule set to instant, it will immediately show up in the library. But once the countdown is done, it'll show up here, up on top, called finished, finished blueprints or finished productions, something like that. It'll be up here. You click it, and there will be this button right here that says spawn. Once you hit spawn, its rotation will be dependent on your character's rotation. So it will always try to be angled up front door or whatever it considers the front, right in front of you. And from there, it will give you this giant green cube basically around your structure, and you place it where you want it. If it's a base structure, make sure to have as much of it touching the ground. The bottom blocks, make sure to have as much of it touching the ground or it will collapse. You can use page up and page down to move the block up and down. But if it's it has to be a green block. If it's a red block, you can't put it there. But that's how you spawn them in. And then you just left click and it just spawns in it. Wherever the blueprint it happens to be. But that's how I've been playing this hardcore playthrough. Is I've been going off of blueprints I myself have made, and then allowing myself to kind of adjust them according to what I need at that very moment. That's how I got this vehicle into the game, and my base, and the farms, and the turret. And for some reason we're dropping frames. I have no idea why. It's not much, but it's enough to be annoying. But yeah, all these structures right here are all blueprints I've designed and spawned in. Yeah, we're dropping frames like crazy for no apparent reason. Okay, so if the stream goes down, I will be back. I'm just hoping it clears up and doesn't go down completely. Okay. I'll find myself another something or other to shoot. I think it might be a 24-hour period before they respawn again. Probably how it's working right now. Oh, there's one. This should get us up to level 6. There we go, level 6. Okay, we're at level 6. Now we need to see what is starting to spawn. Hopefully it's going to be something useful to us. You must spawn this object on a base or a capital vessel. Oh, yeah. If you're in space right now, you need to, in order to spawn an HV, one of the best ways to do that is to spawn it on a planet. You can't spawn it floating in space. It has to be somewhere where gravity is pulling it down. So, in other words, either I'm in ground. Are you underground? If you're underground, chances are you probably don't have enough room to spawn it in. You can't have vegetation, so these tiny little rocks, the little plants that you harvest and get XP. It needs to be on flat, open ground, or at least high enough up to where it will just spawn and drop. Also, you can't have it be too close to another structure, so you're probably going to have to walk away from your base to spawn it in, because if you're too close to another structure like this, it won't let you spawn it in. It'll be like, oh, you're too close. So you're gonna have to probably walk a certain distance away from your base and spawn it in. So basically, that entire cube that's appearing around your, the entire cube that is surrounding your structure has to be completely devoid of any obstacle, and then it will spawn in. Which is kind of funny because the cube that it gives you is usually much larger than the thing you're trying to spawn in, which is weird. Turn off main power. Turn off main power.
Acknowledged.
There we go. Of course. Oh, no, 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 no. Up, up, up. There. You know. There we go. Okay, come on, you little piece of shit. Get off my vehicle. Trying not to shoot my own vehicle here, because the shotgun will destroy it. Gotcha. There we go. Oh! Pissed him off. There we go. Okay. All that stuff off here. Drop. Bridge. Oh, we're hungry. We are very hungry. Let's do this real quick. 2 burgers. Order up 2 burgers, please. Oh. Okay. So, just hoping that by getting to level 6, we're gonna have more enemies. Enemy types. Okay, we'll unlock that real quick. Unlock the ore scanner. All vehicles. Nothing really we need from that. Probably under tools, maybe. No. Weapons. Few weapons. Assault rifle 2. We don't need explosives. Make one of these. Elevator blocks, maybe. Ventilator. Probably get the ventilator. A player sentry gun. In case we need to. Double checking, making sure. Okay, so the burgers. 1 burger. Want that fish, and then go over here. I need to make a shower. Hear that? That way, I remember level 6. Level 6 was when we started getting radiation storms, so gonna take care of that here real quick. Shower 2. Yeah, showers up and running. And we'll reduce our radiation. There. Turn you off. Save power. Yeah, let's check our fuel here. That. Do that. Fuel. Fuel. Yeah. Go and get some. Turn on main power.
Executing now.
Go and get ourselves a bunch of wood. How do you get a jetpack? You have to make light armor. So light, medium, or heavy armor will allow you to have a jetpack. And when you have the armor, you have to press the letter J, which will turn on the jetpack. Yeah, because without it, you can't jetpack. Oh, come on. There we go. But once you get the jetpack, which you can unlock at level 5. Well, once you get the armor, which you can unlock at level 5, then you'll be able to jetpack all you want. Can't wait until level 10. That's when all the cool stuff happens. That's when we start getting into the bigger vehicles. Into bigger vehicles, bigger bases. We start to slowly go underground. Might as well get some vegetables while we're out here. Need a total of 4 for 1 seed. There's one. The giant eyeballs. Okay, there's another one. Okay, so we have enough for vegetables now. What we need to be careful of is not hitting any of the vegetation plants that will allow us to feed ourselves. We don't want to we don't want the entire area to be devoid of all life. Go over here, get ourselves some more wood. There's some right there. I'm a little iffy when it comes to going up on hills because that's usually where the spiders like to hang out. We should also be running into more spiders, which is gonna suck. Spiders hit hard, and they sometimes cause a bleed. Which is always painful. One, vegetables. I'm thinking, yep, pumpkins. Pumpkins have a has a yield of 6, while all the other vegetables have like a yield of 4. So pumpkins are like the better option. 49. Yeah. Half of you. Oh, not that. You. Thank you. Fine. Give us enough in terms of fuel right here. Jumping. And we'll probably make a spice farm eventually here. Yeah. Pumpkin, pumpkin. There we go. It was growing. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, so we now have the farm. We have both of the farms with the ingredients we need to be able to make burgers, which is a pretty good source of food. Now, I'm not going to make it now, mostly because I don't want to waste all the iron that I have, but eventually we're going to have to make a third farm, and it's going to be spice, because that's the third item that will allow us to be able to make, you know, dino stew. Mushrooms too, you know, they have mushrooms. We need spice and mushrooms. It'll allow us to make this. It's 212 food, which is pretty good. But the dino stew is the most food right now. Unfortunately, this doesn't give any. Well, it gives 72 health. It's not bad. Not horrible. Stone, promethium pellets. Promethium pellets. Hey, Awesomer, how's it going? Someone's trying to call me. Yeah, of course. Probably a telemarketer again. I'm doing good. Just kind of trying to get further along in my this hardcore save. We were able to get to the North Pole. If I were to guess, if it's a lot like the previous hardcore save we did, probably all of our hostile things are down south. Probably what's going on right here. Load up small farm a little bit that has some more fuel in it. There we go. And there we go. Well, what I've noticed is that you have from at least for my RNG, you know, your game might be completely different, but for my RNG, most of the the hostile points of interest seem to start down here. But as soon as you start going this way a little bit, or this way a little bit, essentially further away from your starting biome, so the starting biome that you spawn in at, the further you get away, the higher the chance you start getting points of interest like this. But it's a lot quicker. There's a higher concentration on the South Pole, which is right underneath where your starting biome is. There seems to be a lot of nope down here. So there's like, and I'm guessing probably once we get to the complete other side of the planet, that's when you start getting a ton of dudes. Which makes a lot of sense for them to have it to where enemies are as far away from the starting biome as they could possibly do, and when you're on a planet, which is a sphere. %, not bad. I'm probably gonna sleep, mostly so that I can have all that fuel kind of burned up. Or I could just I could probably make another attempt over at the desert. Yeah, might as well. Let's go. Let's go and make another attempt. Maybe we'll find a golem or two. That's not what I wanted to do, game. Yeah, both farms are up and running, producing grain, and also now it's producing vegetables. Yeah. That's what I've been told, that in desert biomes, on your very first planet, there's supposed to be golems that show up. Supposed to. Not 100% sure on that, though. Never seen any. Yeah, I haven't seen any yet. But what we're really after is gold. So we can make the EVA module. That's what we really need. That's what we're really looking for, is gold. Oasis biomes, okay. And only rocks in it, okay. So we'll have to find oases, which is probably along water's edge. Probably these kind of gold. Going along, trying to find some rocks. Nope. Usually I found them inside of these little areas here. They tend to be more bud-giving plants than oases. Yeah. Okay. Give that a shot. This is the whole point. Try and learn how this game functions, how it spawns in stuff. That way we can zero in on items we need and know exactly where to go. Getting pretty dark. Probably go to sleep. Let's go sleep. Whoa. Whoa. We hit the ground hard and it just caused us to stop immediately. There we go. Whoa. Flip over, please. Thank you. Turn off main power.
Initiating.
Feed ourselves first. Initiating or turning off? I think she's initiating shut off programs. Initiating command or something like that. Drones attacking my base. I was like, oh, that works. Yeah. Okay, where is the drones going to be coming from? Find out. Yeah, it's level 6. Okay, so now we know. First drone attack. Yep. So level 6 is when the drones start attacking. Because we haven't found any alien points of interest other than the tower, but they didn't start coming until level 6. And we have a cannon already set up. We have a cannon, it's powered, got bullets. Yeah, lights are still on. Let's find out from which direction are our drones going to be coming from. Hopefully I put the turret in the right spot. But we are within 100 meters of the drones, of the cannon, so... Cannon should be closer now? Well, its range is like somewhere around 400 meters. So the cannon can shoot 400 meters in all directions. But I kind of just placed it under the, under the possibility that it might be coming from that direction. But I'm not 100% sure. But we can deal with whatever fallout as long as we ourselves don't get hit. That's the kicker. That's the key. Is like we don't want to get hit. Turn on main power.
Engaged.
Because I think the first one that they send at us is just a machine gun. Yeah. Oh, thanks, game. I'm at like 1.5 meters above the ground, and you still find a way to clip the side of this thing. That's lovely. Trying to make sure that I stay mobile here. In A9, there's gonna be armies coming to attack. Yes, yes. I saw the Alpha 9 screenshots. That's gonna be fun. That's why we're gonna have to have like more than just one cannon. We're gonna have to have like a defensive line. Oh, they're coming from that way. Yep, they're coming from that way. Good, we put the cannon in the right spot. We got lucky. Ground troops are coming too. Yeah, that's when you're gonna need miniguns, sentry turrets, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Go check out what they dropped. Probably dropped fuel and bullets. Yep, fuel and bullets. Energy matrix too. Yeah. Well, currently the defenses work. Nope. Which eventually we're going to have to start coming up with turn off main power.
Initiating.
We're going to have to come up with base designs, like structures. We're going to have to come up with structures that can defend itself against ground troops. So we're going to, once we figured out all this, once we get all these designs pretty much kind of streamlined, then we'll start making bases that could survive ground troops and drones in the air. Cannons shoot ground troops? Yeah, they can. It can. But the problem is that the splash damage it creates is very limited. I mean, it's a slug, it's not an explosive round, it's a slug. So it will hit one target really hard, but with very little surrounding damage. So it could take out like heavily armored troops, yes, but it wouldn't be very effective against many troops. There are one-shots from cannons. Yeah, one-shot kills from cannons, pretty much, yeah. And from afar, exactly. It's kind of like a mid-ranged weapon. Long-range weapon is like flak cannons and also artillery. So, but from what I saw in the screenshot, it's probably the type of ground troops that would appear like right in front of your base. So 5 cannons are good, pretty much, yeah. 5 cannons is good. That's why the mid game. That's why I have the mid game cannons. The armored cannons, the mid game cannons, have both a cannon and 2 small sentry turrets, so that at least in the mid game we're ready. In the mid game we're ready for the change when it comes to how you get attacked, because each one is basically a main gun with 2 smaller guns that shoot ground troops if they get too close. Okay, sleep. That's why I designed them to do, is be able to take on more than one target at a time. Oh, power surge. Yeah, rockets do splash damage, yes. The rockets only do like 3 blocks distance from the point of impact. So when a rocket hits a target, it does a massive amount of damage 1 block from the impact, and then a little bit less 2 blocks away from the impact, and significantly less 3 blocks away from the impact. And that's pretty much universal towards any explosive. The only turret that does not follow that rule is the artillery. The artillery piece basically causes 4 blocks of damage, so 4 blocks away. So massive amount of damage, pretty much one-shot kill any block in the game at impact, and then slightly less damage, 1 block out, slightly less than that, 3 blocks out, and then 4 blocks out. And that's with combat steel. If you have anything that's less than that, then not only is it going to destroy the block, an artillery piece, not only is it going to destroy the block it hits, but it's also going to destroy the blocks right around the impact and behind the impact, and so on and so forth. So it will cause quite the crater. Which makes a lot of sense for that to be a scaled up version of the cannon, but a lot more damage. Artillery is a good gun, yes. It's an expensive gun, but it's a good gun. It's expensive to make, and it requires a lot of power to run, but that thing will hit things hard. So if you were, let's say you're on a multiplayer server and you had 4 of those things defending your base, it will pretty much just lay waste to any vehicle that comes near it. Unless it's someone who's got combat steel several layers thick. But even then, they're not going to last long. They'll probably be able to last long enough to take out one of your artillery guns, but not all 4. Because all 4 will basically just be hitting one side of the vehicle, and it will hit something vital. The only thing that causes just as much the only thing that causes nearly as much damage as an artillery gun is the plasma cannons. Plasma cannons are a slow projectile, but when they hit a target, it doesn't cause a lot of damage on impact, but it causes a lot of... It does an even amount of damage throughout its 3-block radius impact. Unless it's designed for that task, exactly. Unless they design with artillery pieces in mind. But even then, it'd have to be very heavy, it'd have to be very slow, and it would probably not be able to deal with multiple artillery pieces hitting the same spot. Biofuel. Plus, the artillery pieces have a very slow reload time. I think it's like around 10 seconds. What's the range of the artillery? Artillery has a range of 1.5 kilometers. And that's in a vacuum, so in space. That's from space. A base, if you make one in a base, it will decrease depending on the thickness of the atmosphere. So by its maximum range in a vacuum is 1.5 kilometers. If you're in a Earth atmosphere like the starting planet, I'm quite sure it'd probably be 800 meters away. So it's a long ways away. Let's just say if you had 4 of those things, they wouldn't be in range to actually hit anything before they start getting hit themselves. Plus the artillery pieces have a bit of an arc to them. Much like the rockets will have a slight arc. Very shallow arc, but it has an arc. How hard are they to dodge? If you know they're coming, you can get out of the way. If you know they're coming. But chances are, if you're on a multiplayer server and you're going up to a base, you're not expecting to immediately start getting hit. You're expecting plasma shots, laser turrets, stuff like that, miniguns, stuff like that, cannons. So if you're like 500 meters away, you'll be preparing yourself for getting hit by something. But an artillery piece is so expensive, and most people won't have a ton of those things, especially on a server where your resources are rare. They won't be prepared for an artillery piece, especially if you have multiple artillery pieces. But guaranteed, if they get destroyed once and then they come back later, they will be prepared for it. But I think they probably go at the speed of like a cannon. Plus, if you put the artillery pieces right at the center of your base, you put them in the center of your base, and then you have like cannons, plasma turrets, laser turrets, rocket turrets, basically, you know, surrounding that artillery piece. That means that if they can dodge your shots from the artillery pieces and get close enough, they're just going to get hit by more stuff. So not only are they having to dodge the artillery basically laying into them, but then they've got you've got rocket turrets, plasma turrets. That's why I'm going to try and be as diverse in what turrets I have out, so that I'm not just putting my hopes and prayers into one gun. But that's my plan. That's what I plan doing. Also, the auto aiming thing with auto select the closest turret first. Yeah, their turrets on board will target the first turret they see. So they'll be going after like a minigun, or they'll be trying to shoot a minigun or a cannon or a plasma turret, and definitely not targeting the artillery piece. Unless you're unfortunate enough to go down from orbit. If you happen to come out from orbit above the artillery piece, then maybe you'd have a fighting chance, but then you'd have every single turret shooting up at you, which would probably get you destroyed well before you even get the artillery piece anywhere near dead. Okay, let's go check the pumpkins. Pumpkins. I see pumpkins. Oh, no, we just got flowers. That's fine. Okay, let's go make one last trip around. See if we can find ourselves some... See if we can find some things to shoot. Gotta make sure I don't starve to death again. But this is pretty much what we're going to be doing tomorrow at the beginning of the stream, is just trying to get ourselves to level, at least level 7. Maybe even level 10. Yeah, Windows damaged. I don't have a tool. Do I have a tool? Maybe I can make the multi... Oh, we can't... Yeah, we don't have Protheum pellets, so we can't... Yeah, we don't have Protheum pellets, so we can't make the multi-charges. Yeah. Yeah, we can't make these. Let's at least make that. But we need to get Protheum to make the pellets so that we can repair stuff. But yeah, this thing got damaged because those creatures, those little brown and green insects, they were all over my base, so I was trying to clear them off, and my shotgun shell hit the window. There's also Protheum and radiate. Yeah. Yeah, I think we already found one. No, that was a different save. Okay. We haven't found one to save yet. So we're gonna have to... It's probably gonna be up in here. So we'll have to do some exploring to find some Protheum. Bargar. Perfume. Turn on main power.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, go find some things to shoot. Do a little bit of exploring. It's up to 1.5 meters. Actually, let's go a little bit further away. So here, make sure that we don't, go submarine. Maybe putting initiating but turning on, and then acknowledge turning off. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably remove those sound clips a little bit. Shallow water. Clear. Okay. Okay, so we cross the water. So much red on the map. Yeah, that's our detector. We have a detector on the front of this thing, so its range is a lot further than the handheld. Oh, there we go. Hey, dudes. How you doing? That's what we're looking for. These dudes. Nice. 775 per dude. Check out what they got. Ooh, pumpkin. There's a fourth one. Where'd the fourth one go? Oh, there he is. How much per two? 775 per dude. Yeah. If we hunt them primarily, we're gonna get levels pretty fast. They're the ones I'm looking for. So a group of 4, quite a lot of XP. And these guys are 460-ish. Oh, that's because of my difficulty. On hard difficulty, you get a lot less XP. Yeah. Like, for instance, I just got, like, 460 off of that guy. But yeah, on hard difficulty, pretty much all the enemies, even these little insect dudes, these little green and brown insects, their melee attack will hit me it will take me from 500 to 350 health, one hit. They hit hard. So all the enemies hit harder on hard difficulty. They hit tremendously hard. Yeah. That's why I'm extremely careful. Yeah, that's why I'm extremely careful when it comes to taking on anything. I don't want to run and gun too terribly much. That's why I made the bunkers, is because, you know, without this vehicle, that would have been my only way of getting XP. Yeah, kind of. Where are you, little dudes? Come on. Where are you at? I only wish to shoot you. Yeah, we've got like 4 levels to grind out. Once we get to level 10, then the fun begins. That's when we're going to start having all of our vehicles made. Then we get to start taking on points of interest. Because that will allow us to be able to make the light tank and eventually make the heavy tank. We can also make the new mining vessel. That'd be nice. Last night I was farming XP at a village. Yeah. We haven't found a village yet on the save. If we could find one that's not defended by a turret, that would be great. Because then we could just clear that place out, and that would easily get us really, really close to level 10. But we've gotten past the difficult part, which was getting ourselves established and making it to where we're not constantly at threat of death. Now we just have to be careful to hold on to this and not go too crazy. When you do, don't shoot the spawners. Yeah, a village. Yeah, no, not a village. I'm not gonna shoot the village spawners. You know, points of interest where they're shooting, where they're pumping out the guys with the machine guns. Then yeah, those are the ones I will destroy. But not villages. No, they don't. As long as I'm in a vehicle, they are no threat. to me, as long as I'm in a vehicle. If I'm outside of a vehicle, well, shoot. Leroy Jenkins right there. Where the heck? Hello? Enemies for me to shoot. Hoping to find something beyond just that small group. Oh well. Getting dark again, I have to head back. After a little bit of testing, we finally made ourselves an early game vehicle that can get us above water. Because we're 1.5 meters above the water surface, so even if we're angled a little bit, none of this vehicle is going to break the surface and cause us to submarine, which is great. And this is with the cheapest hover engines you can make. Which, if you would like to use this thing, I already have it up on the workshop. So, if you need a semi-reliable, if you want a semi-reliable early game hover vehicle, this is it. It's not very, and the reason I say semi-reliable is because it's not defended. So if you get hit by a stray shot by a minigun, or a sniper rifle, or a shotgun, it will kill you. So. Drop that off. Drop that off. I got seeds. Drop the pumpkin off. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. There we go. Look, pumpkins. Got 12 vegetables. Turn off main power.
Acknowledged.
Yeah. There we go. No, let's do this. One, 2. Make 2 of them. That way we can fill up the vegetable farm. But by the time we get to the end of mid-game, we're going to have one giant base here with a bunch of farms, with not only the mountainside base, but also to eventually the large, completely underground base. Not 3. We're gonna, well, if I do 3, it'll be 6. Yeah, let's go with 3. Hopefully we have enough to be able to get 3. Maybe. I think we have enough material to get 3. Yeah, I think, yeah, we got the vegetables, yeah. Okay. So we'll have a 9x9 plot of pumpkins. That's good. Wait on that one. Waiting. Okay. Off. But here's the plan for the mid-game base. So the plan is that we're going to be probably putting our base somewhere over here. So in this around this little pond here. And then what I'll do is I will flatten this part out, and then right inside of this little area back here is where our end game base is going to be located. So basically how it's going to go is all of our turrets are going to be up on these up on this ridge, and right back here is kind of protected from almost all sides. A little area here, see this? So all of our turrets will be up on the ridges here, and our end game base is going to be in here. It's going to be pretty sweet. And our mid game base will pretty much either be right there or right there, to basically keep everything in one area. So we'll have our beginning base right here with all of our farms, and then inside here we'll have the mid game and then the late game base, all protected by turrets along the ridge. And pretty much the entrance we'll just put here. I'm gonna probably make like modules where it's just a wall, probably a wall with a couple of small sentry turrets up on the ridge, where I can block off areas, so that all the enemies have to come through one entrance. You approaching Nirvana fan? I like approaching Nirvana. It's good music. Currently right now I'm playing off of a player called Pretzel, and Approaching Nirvana is one of the very few artists that allow people to play their music on stream and not have it be silenced, muted. All they ask is you tell people that, you know, the name of the song and that it's their song. Hence why you got the bot in chat, Pretzel Rocks, and it's saying what the name of the song is. That way I'm within their requests. You can put multiple at a time? You can? Oh, really? That's cool. I'll have to remember that. I'll just make one burger. Yeah, there's certain blocks that allow you to do that, but others that don't. I haven't really delved really deep into which blocks can be click and dragged and which ones can't. So that's good to know that the plants can be clicked and dragged. Functional can, I think. Okay. Come on, burger. Burger. I could be very wrong. We'll have to try that out once I get to the point where I have more food. But anyway, I'm gonna call it here. We've made some serious progress today. I think it's just any block bigger than 1 meter cube. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get out of here. We've made some serious progress. We got our 2 farms. We got our 2 major farms up and running. We got ourselves into some armor. We got our ability to sleep, and we got our ability to take care of the radiation that will eventually show up. We've gotten ourselves to level 6. We're currently about 4 levels away from getting to level 10. That's when mid-game will start, and that's when we'll start building all of the mountainside base structures and hangars and all that kind of cool stuff. So I'll see y'all there. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming this game also. I hope if you celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween. Y'all have a good night. Be safe out there. And stay alive. Don't drop that drink. See y'all there. Bye.